Tom Peters at a national meeting said the organizations that truly will succeed in the next decade and beyond will be those who learn how to collaborate because we're becoming resource scarce. What's really intriguing about that comment is he made it in 1980, and we're still trying to struggle with genuine collaboration. I don't mean look at your MOU and dust it off that you visit once a year with your partners. I mean genuinely think about the parties that should be at the table working with you in support of this program and how you can meaningfully engage them in ways in which they're truly your partner, they're truly your collaborator. It means you've got to share goals, you've got to share visions, you've got to share those plans you execute. Am I getting this right, Stedman? You've got to share who you are and how you're going to work together. But genuinely think about the depth of your collaborations and who needs to be at the table. Headline 2, really engage employers and economic development organizations. I know you do that, but there are 180 people registered here today. 22 are business reps of the 180. Only 4 are economic developers, and I'm one of the 4, and Alan Crawford that works for me is 2 of the 4. And that means outside of the 2 of us in all of these states, we have 2 economic developers in the room. And when the economic development community and the business community recognize that this program can be one of the ways they meet the needs for job training in an era when the graduating class of 2021, which entered public education last fall, graduates, 90% of the jobs they will apply for when they graduate haven't been invented yet, folks. And this is an employer-driven program. You need to speak employereese. Now, I will promise you when you go to employers and say, we in TANF are thinking about collaborating with OA, you won't engage them in that discussion. But when you say to them, we've got a program that leverages for every public dollar 100 private sector dollars in an employer-driven method that allows you to guide and direct how these workers are trained to meet your needs, they'll set up and listen to you. Right. And so will public funders, and so will elected officials. And the third headline is, don't just think about change, don't just engage in change, lead change. There's a saying that says change is debilitating when done to you, it's exhilarating when led by you. And the reality is our world is changing dramatically. And if you'll think about this one thing in a time of economic challenge, people tend to really resist change when they're comfortable. They tend to be willing to embrace change when they feel challenged and threatened. I don't know of an employer today that isn't thinking deeply about their future and how they're going to compete in what's truly become a globally integrated, innovation-driven, knowledge-based economy. And if you doubt that, I'll give you 2 things to think about. We've moved way beyond product integration to workforce integration. Because today in India, when an engineering firm with the click of a mouse can send CAD drawings to the US at 20% of the cost, or a radiologist from India can read an X-ray at 3 a.m. our time and send it back at lightning speed without waking up the grumpy radiologist at our hospital, we have workforce integration. It's what employers are competing against. It's what you can assist. You have a great program, but I really would challenge you to think about how deeply you collaborate, about how effectively you engage employers and economic developers, and how gladly you're embracing and leading change.